Okay, should we start with the pledge? I've got a flag on my screen in the meeting room. I pledge allegiance to the flag
To the flag of the United States of America,
and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Not exactly coordinated, but clerk call the roll.
Trustee Gray.
Here.
Trustee Polachek.
Here.
Trustee Rizzo.
Here.
Trustee Cook.
Here.
Mayor Gifford.
Here. Item number 3, privilege of the floor. Is anybody would like to be heard under the privilege of the floor? Okay. I don't. Oh, okay. Wait a minute. What's your name? Okay.
Tom, we can't hear anything.
Hang on a second. How are we going? Can we?
You need them.
Why don't I bring him on? Here, I can, yeah. Why don't you bring yours over? Because so you can hear the comments too, or.
One of the things we're working on is a better PA system. We don't have it yet.
Well, I'm a Scotia Village resident, and always we were wondering why every year that there's never an attempt to be made to make the tax cap, because that is money that would be reimbursed from the state on that, and I see that there's on the meeting tonight something for a security guard for the village park, and we already bring a police force. I know that if you want things, you have to take away to get things to balance the budget. That's what we do in our houses, and I would really appreciate it. I know I've listened in on some of these meetings before. I was never able to come because I was working until a little while ago, and because of the COVID thing, I'm not working. So it just, I know it just says on the record. If there is a reason we get these things in our mail, when we take care of water bills and all this stuff, these things. It says, oh, this is this and this is this, and we add this and this and this. But I never see anything about what they're doing to fiscally balance with spending, because the taxes are very, very high here, and it's hard on. Yeah, I mean, I understand that people want their, their villages and things like that, but it's very, very hard here. People aren't like fixed incomes, and especially during these times, it's the price of things are going crazy, and you think that after this is all over with, the state taxes are going to go up like crazy after all that's said and done. So there has to be that there's not accountability, and frankly, to people who want to fix them, it's insulting. I mean, I'm not trying to be hard nosed, but I know a lot of people feel this way, and I don't think it's getting around. And I just would appreciate some balance as we do in our houses.
Okay. Kevin, we can talk after if you're still here. This is not really a question and answer thing, so but we can talk after. But can you give me your address so we have that for the record? 502 Sanders.
And what is the name?
Kevin Deptola.
Yeah. Thank you for coming. No, it's all right. It's a valid question, because I never think, details of what's being done,
Okay. Is there anybody else who'd like to be heard privilege of the floor? Going once? Kelly?
This was 3.
Okay. Item number 4.
12.
I'm having a lot of feedback. Can you just
Yeah.
Authorize the mayor to sign the MS4 contract with Prime AE in the amount not to exceed $7,600.
Would you mind describing that again? The MS4 with Prime AE, what it's doing.
Andrew, do you want to describe that?
Yeah, that it's always been budgeted, but it was never done as a contract before. So Doug Cole prepares our MS4 report, which is required by the state. And it's an annual report. There's representation at water quality coordinating committee meetings, and everything that's involved with the report. So the budget amount has not changed. It's just that it was never done as a contract. So it was requested by Doug, by his company.
Great, thank you.
Thank you.
It's a mandate.
Yep. Okay.
So I'd like to make the motion to
I'll second.
accept.
I'll second the motion.
Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Item number 5, authorize the payment number 1 of the CFI contract. Authorize the payment number 1 to the CFI contracting in the amount of $19,000 for the wastewater pump station project, contract number 3, general construction.
And Andrew, this is part of the grant, correct?
Yes, yeah. So there's a portion that's reimbursable, 25% of it, I believe. We spend out the reimbursement, and then after that, it's financed.
Okay, thank you.
Andrew, what's the time frame on this project?
Well, I mean, so they're getting started. There's a long lead time on the pumps. So that's already been underway. And then the idea is that it would be done in by November or December.
Okay,
And we
good.
reviewed that schedule with the contractor, and it seemed acceptable.
Okay, good deal. Thank you very much.
Processing grant payment for our water waste, our water treatment pumps the water pump station to be repaired and maintained. So
Sewer pump station charge, not water. Okay, so and do we have a motion?
I'll make the motion.
Second. Justin seconds. Clerk, call the roll. Maria,
Yes.
Call the roll.
Yep, it cut out.
She's on mute, Tom. There you go.
Trustee Solchak,
yes.
trustee Rizzo,
Yes.
trustee Cook,
Yes.
Mayor Gifford.
Yes.
I said yes as well too, Maria. I don't know if you heard
Thank
me.
you. Thank
Okay.
you.
Okay. Item number 6, can we have a resolution to amend the 2021 budget to increase A 86105440 by $6,000, offset by a decreased A fund balance? This is for repair of the packet truck, I believe.
Mayor, if I can, I'd just like to add some clarification. This funding is actually left over from last fiscal year from an MS4 grant we got through the county. It was moved into the fund balance because there was nothing to spend it on at that time. So we're not touching really the principle of the fund balance, but rather the amount that was allocated last fiscal year that we're permitting to roll over into this fiscal year for the repair. If we did not do this, then we would be exhausting, with only 3 months into the fiscal year, our repair budget for DPW.
So this is a money that was just turned over from last year, correct?
Correct. It's money that was rolled over from last year from a grant through Schenectady County.
Okay, that's good. One thing I gotta suggest, is there any way, I mean, I know we're trying to cut costs and everything. Was this try to send to the county garage to see if they can do this job? I'm talking dollars and cents here. I know dealers, if you take it to a dealer, you gotta pay a lot more, and I wanna know if this job could have possibly been done by the county.
I think it was more in terms of weeks or months, Joe, but Andrew can answer that. But we needed this repair done right away because we were spending a lot of money sending dump trucks back and forth to the county farm and using the loader to do the.
Yeah, that's part of it, Tom. And the other thing too is that this repair, the county wouldn't have done. They run into the same issue.
Okay.
Unfortunately, it's an issue with internationals, which they have a lot of, as well as the city, and they send them to HL Gauge for repair, for this repair also, unfortunately.
Yeah, I just asked.
No, it's a good question. Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you very much, Andrew.
So, Justin, do you want to make that motion?
Yeah, I'd like to make the motion to approve of this expenditure.
I'd like to second that motion.
Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay. Item number 7. We have a motion to authorize the mayor to execute a contract with Steve Luby, the accountants for the village's annual audit.
I'll make the motion.
I'll second that motion.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Item number 8. We have a resolution to approve volunteer fireman Jacob Yeager.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Item number 9. Mayor's comments to the board. So, I just got back from vacation, so I've got a lot of main water and rocks in my mind, but what we've been working on most is the municipal facilities project. That's still moving, although it's been pretty publicly quiet. We've identified, I think it's now up to 23 possible locations. We took the ladder truck over to Precision Auto this morning to try to get in and out of there. It's rather problematic. We can discuss that. So next week, the idea is to put the different properties in front of the Citizens Committee and work up a weighting system for what we what we feel is important. It will certainly have cost. It will certainly have ability to get from one place to another. It'll certainly have some aspect of public opinion. So anyway,
Tom, when's the meeting set for this?
Sorry?
When is this meeting set for the?
It's not set yet.
Okay.
Yeah, but my hope is that we'll get to a referendum sometime close to September 15th, which is the first date the governor's going to let us do it anyway.
Tom, will that include all 23 sites that you mentioned that will go before the Citizens Committee?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, although, I mean, some of them are dead in the water before we start, but we'll consider them to some degree.
And will those include any of the sites that were initially looked at?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep. So I guess that's the extent of my comments. Item number 10, correspondence, liaison, and special committee reports. Joe?
Okay, I just want to send a note to the Turf Tavern and thanking them for having the simulcast for the Freedom Park concerts. As far as I can tell, a lot of people have tuned in and watched the concerts on their TV, and the Turf Tavern did a nice job to step up to the plate and do this for us. We also are
It's a good
starting.
show.
It is. It came out very well. Very well. The Holiday on the Avenue meeting, we're going to have a meeting this August 4th at 6:30 at Collins Park. We're going to try to see what we can do and what our funding is and see if it's possible having Holiday on the Avenue this year. And that's going to be at 6:30 on August 4th. I spoke to the county manager this morning. He is looking into getting installed traffic cameras in the village, which was allocated by the county but never acted upon. So he's been talking to Dan Harrigan, and we hope to have at least 2, possibly 3 cameras in the village so we could keep an eyes on vehicles that are running around that they're not supposed to. So I don't believe there's going to be a charge to the village. I think this is allocation from the county. I just spoke to him on that. Another topic he spoke to me about is the tax revenue throughout the county is really down, and I'm just kind of worried about how that's going to affect us in possibly next year's budget. So I just want to throw that out there for you. But that's all I have.
Thank you. Heather?
With regards to what Joe just said, with regards to the cameras in the village, I did also speak with the county manager as the liaison to the police department. And I believe we will have more information in the next couple weeks. So I look forward to that. I did meet with the chief on 2 occasions since my appointment. We did speak on various matters, including the police reform legislation and with all the changes to that. And I expect there'll be more information that I can pass on in the next meeting or so. Report from the clerk's office. Just a reminder that the tax bills are online. You can print your bills and go there for payment. With regards to the report from Glenville, a few updates. The town hall hours in the summer for the months of July, for July and August, are from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. After that, they will resume their normal hours in September. The town is creating a town flag to help mark the 200th anniversary. I believe that the choice of the flags have been displayed in social media such as Facebook and the website. And on July 15th, at the town board meeting, there will be, we will know which flag won out. That's been very popular on social media, and I believe there's about 6 flags to choose from. The voting on that, I believe, is closed down.
That sounds kind of like an amusement park. With the 6
Well,
flags.
there's a variety. I think one had a white background, one was blue and white striped, green, one was red. Those are the ones that I recall, but I'm not going to tell you my choice until I find out the vote. Lastly, the town of Glenville has their own ice cream. And you can pick up the Glenville Bicentennial Blast in recognition of our 200th anniversary. And I did have it last night. It's pretty good. It's vanilla ice cream with a cherry swirl and red and blue Pop Rocks.
That's
I
at
like
Stewart's?
it. That's at Stewart's.
Okay.
They have it at the Scotia Stewart's. That's where I went. And lastly, the Indian Meadows basketball courts were repaved. And those look pretty good too. So a lot going on in the town of Glenville. Also, I was walking in the park the other day in Collins Park. There's a lot of activity. It's nice to see that. People social distancing, people wearing their masks. Nice to see baseball games back on the field and people walking in the park and enjoying the park. And I hope everyone stays well, and hopefully we'll continue just to rise and get over the pandemic as best we can.
Hey, Tom, there's one thing Heather forgot to tell you. As far as the new code ideas we're working on, we are working on it, and we should have some type of rough draft to let everybody look them over, and that will be forthcoming. Still working on some of the paperwork on it, so I just want to add that too.
Okay, thank you. George?
Yeah, Trustee Cook and I have been having some discussions with our village attorney and our building inspector about how the village is going to work with Airbnbs and their relationship with the village. We've had a lot of good discussions back and forth on email about opportunities and ideas to do so. So more to come on that. We've also fielded a couple traffic safety issues that I'll be bringing in front of the Traffic Safety Committee here in the next couple days. I'll send an email out to you guys, Ken and Andrew and Daniel, regarding some drivers who like to drive a little bit too fast on our nice newly paved streets. So over on Sunnyside, I had a resident reach out to me, and there's been some public comments about Glen Ave utilizing the very nice smooth surfaces to be raceways, unfortunately. So that'll be a topic of discussion. Also had another resident reach out to me for they're going to be presenting some things they found in their grandmother's attic. Their grandmother passed away, and cleaning out the house, they found some, they appear to be, well, they're nickels. I don't know if they're wooden or paper or cardboard, but they're nickels that are based in Scotia. So I believe they're going to be presenting that to us next meeting.
Cool.
So that'll be neat to see. The historian was pretty excited about it. She said she had some, but the more the merrier. So it might be some that she doesn't have. And looking forward to the discussion about the new facilities project. I know it's been a really high topic on everybody's mind. And then I'd like to request the mayor if we could have discussion at some point at the next work session about the loan funds for the small businesses in the village. So how we're doing with those, if they've been presented or not. So, thank you.
Okay.
Stay safe. And I too like seeing baseball. Trustee Cook and his daughter and I were riding our bikes last night, and to see the older, I don't know, we described them, the guys our age who are out there playing baseball. They're better equipped than we are. So it's good to see them.
Major League Baseball.
Hope they had oxygen.
Yeah.
Okay.
And there
Justin?
were a lot,
All right,
there were
so
a
I'm
lot of
still,
spectators.
acquainted with my new appointments as liaison. So, oh,
All right, now I'm unmuted. So I'm still getting acquainted with my liaisonships. I will say, on behalf of the businesses along Mohawk Ave in the Scotia Business Improvement District, I do want to just bring to attention the fact that we have entered an important milestone in our community's effort to reopen the economy, as well as continue to contain the spread of COVID-19 in our community. And as we do that, I want us to remember that this doesn't necessarily mean that COVID-19 is behind us. I think the numbers around New York State and around the country show that it is still has the potential of being dangerous to the impact of our economy and our small businesses. So not only our lives depend upon us following CDC guidelines, but the livelihoods of our neighbors, as well as our neighborhood businesses that we love and we enjoy, depend on us making sure we're practicing social distancing, making sure that we are wearing masks when we're unable to do so, that we are supporting our downtown our little Main Ave restaurants and local businesses and grocery stores and Gabriel's whenever we can. They need us, and we need them at this moment as well. And if you're looking for a vacation opportunity, I encourage you to either consider a New York State vacation or maybe a staycation right here in the village. As Trustee Solotruck mentioned, I've been getting acquainted with my bicycle since the beginning of this COVID crisis, and there is certainly a lot to explore here in the village. So now I'm going to transfer over into my report from DPW. I do want to commend Andrew and his team on the incredible work that they did with paving Glen Ave, which is now turned into Glen Ave Motor Speedway. I want to remind all our residents to make sure you are obeying the stated speed limits. It is certainly a job well done, and it was done much earlier than I think we've been able to do previous paving. With that in mind, with the paving done and already invoiced, and we are going to receive some reimbursement through the CHIP program, there is money left over in the paving budget. So the village is going to be looking at repaving Alexander and North Reynolds Street, should the budget be able to support both streets. So for our neighbors in those sections, be prepared to have smooth streets coming your way. And when we look at the paving schedule, I was shocked to learn that in our 2.2 square mile village, there's actually 52 miles worth of roadway that our DPW team is required to maintain. And I have to say they are doing a pretty fine job. There's a couple rough spots, but I know our DPW team is making sure that those are documented and put into their paving schedule. So congratulations, Andrew and your team, and please send our thanks to them as well. With that also, I want to remind residents of the sidewalk program, where there are 52 miles worth of road. There is most likely going to be a sidewalk if you live in the village. It's what makes our village beautiful and walkable and a great place to live. If you are looking to replace your sidewalk this summer, I encourage you to contact the clerk's office and get an application. The village will reimburse homeowners and property owners $10 per linear foot, up to $1,500, not to exceed half of the actual amount. So that is another service brought to you by the village. The other element I do want to actually, no, that is actually all I have to report at the moment for DPW.
And Justin, just if you
I just want to bring up also part of the grant for the water sewer treatment will include the demolition of the old water treatment plant, and the testing for that has been done, and it looks like the results in our favor, which will help make the project a lot less expensive than the original bid that we received. So thank you, Andrew, for making that recommendation so that we can be good stewards of our tax dollars.
Thank you. Item number 12, or 11, the departmental reports. Can we have a motion to accept them?
I'll make the motion.
I'll second.
Thank you. Thank you, department heads, for that. Item number 12, budget adjustments for the month of June.
One quick note, our fire department year to date has answered 684 calls, and we're only in July. And that's throughout the COVID slowdown as well. So it's very imperative to keep them fully functioning and as they have been and continue on. So 684, which is more than most full departments hereby. So.
Thank you. So the budget adjustments, can we have a motion to approve the budget adjustments?
I'll make the motion.
I move to accept the budget amendments. or budget adjustment.
I'll second.
We have a second?
I'll second.
Heather did.
Heather did? Okay.
I think we're frozen. It's not.
I'm hot.
And I'm just out.
Okay, all in favor? Aye?
I,
Yeah, something's wrong. Joe, can you hear?
I think the internet just went out here.
Can you hear me? Can
Yeah, they stopped moving.
There you go.
Yeah.
My
Oh,
Wi-Fi is
wait a
showing
minute,
up.
Joe just started again.
No, I mean, now I
Your
said, there you
internet
go.
connection is unstable.
There we go.
Okay, you guys back?
Yep.
Yes.
All right. Item number 13, audit of claims. Do we have a motion to pay the bills?
I will make a motion to pay the bills.
I'll second, this being trustee Cook's first go at reviewing the bills. Well done. He actually found one that needs a revision.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Item number 14, can we have a motion to approve the minutes of the May 13th meeting?
I'll make
I'll
the
make the
motion to approve. Go ahead, Catherine.
I'll make the motion to approve the minutes of the May 13th, 2020 Village Board of Trustees regular meeting.
I'll second that motion.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
We have a motion to approve the June 10th meeting minutes?
I'll make the motion to approve the June 10th meeting minutes of the Village Board of Trustees.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
We have a motion to approve the June 15th village board meeting minutes.
I'll make the motion to approve the June 15th meeting minutes.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Item number 17, does anybody have any new business? Okay, seeing none. We'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
So be it.
All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Thanks,
Have a good
Tom.
evening.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Okay, that's all good.
Found out, look it out.
Yep, we did. Done.
That was very weird.
You're always leaving on your internet.
Maybe it's Village Hall. 100-year-old building, 100-year-old Wi-Fi. No.
Yeah. All right, so Kevin, thank you for coming. Sorry to take so long with this. I didn't have. It's really not the right time to talk about the budget because we just started our budget year the 1st of June. But I get your point, and we'll.
Yeah, sure.
You know, we really did work awfully hard on that. We're in a very difficult position.
Yeah, I
And-
wonder if there's a way you could get revenue, like, I think of adding revenue, like, maybe with your park, maybe people that, are using it for certain things, charge for things.
Well, we
that
do
aren't
have.
residents of the village, you know?
We do have park use permits, and people do pay to use certain facilities.
Yeah, but.
You can't charge people just to use the park. I mean, and you can't charge different for somebody out of town than in town. It's illegal. It's very weird, but it's the same as we were talking about using the piece for the fire station. It's like an alienation, and they won't let you do it. But we spent a couple of months brainstorming, looking for money all over the place, and if you have any ideas, we'll listen to them.
We're definitely trying to identify
you know, one of the things that I'd like to see happen, and we've been researching it for a while, is, you know, identifying the spots in our borders between the town and the village where our facilities service town residents and the town residents get a fee for our services. What seems reasonable to me is if they were turned into village residents, their outspend of finances wouldn't be any different than they are today, except for they would automatically get the career firefighters in our own village police department. The village police department is in much closer proximity to them than the town police department is, and we also have a